Whew. Hey friends, guess what day it is? It is wrap-up day. I've been meaning to record this video and post it a lot sooner than I did, but I never recorded it and then I never posted it, and I missed a week of posting a video, which has kind of messed up my schedule a little bit, and I have to go back in there and rework some things. But oh well, time got past me, I got a little busy, and what can you do? So we're doing it today instead. I almost delayed it to kind of fix my scheduling issue, and I would have just put January and February's wrap-ups together, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do January's wrap-up and then February's wrap-up in a separate video. But this month I had read 6 books. 5 of them were physical, 1 of them was an audiobook. 1 of them I did like combo read, so I did the audiobook and physical. But the first book that we are going to talk about in this video today was Dance of Thieves. This is the one that I combo read. I actually really like this one. I have had this on my TBR for years now, and I just finally got a copy of it, so I was finally able to read it. I love the map inside. I love when a book has a good map. The story is about a street thief who works for the queen of the kingdom of Venda. It was kind of giving me Aladdin vibes, since she was like being called like a street thief and all this stuff. There's a couple like references that had like a similar sort of vibe to Aladdin. And then she is on a mission to another town. She's been given some sort of information from the queen to investigate. She runs into the prince from the first like kingdom. They both kind of have different like beliefs and knowledge of the history of Hell's Mouth and towards Watch in that area. So they end up getting caught by these people who like, I forgot what they call them, but they basically take people and sell them for money. They end up escaping, but the thing is they are chained to each other. Like they have ankle shackles that connect each other on them, and they end up walking towards Watch. She doesn't know this, he does. He kind of tricks her into going there. And when they get there, they end up pretending to be together for appearances, and meanwhile she's basically tricking him for her own terms, and yada yada yada. I enjoyed it. I believe I gave this like 4.5. So the next one I read was Phantasma. These are not really in order of how I read them, just in order of the pile, but this is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I really enjoyed this one. It kind of gave Caraval vibes, but with like demons and ghosts and vampires. I never talked about it like online about Caraval, but I didn't really enjoy Caraval as much as other people on like TikTok or Book Talk have said. I thought it was kind of entertaining, but a lot of the like twists and stuff I predicted, and I could like see it coming. I don't know. Like the world was interesting, but I feel like all the hype over it online made me think it was gonna be more than I thought it was. Like to me it was enjoyable. Like it was a good like quick read, but it wasn't like amazing to me. Like it didn't blow me out of the park. It was a good book, and I still need to finish the rest of the trilogy, because I do want to finish the rest of the trilogy, but I just feel like it was too predictable. And like, because some of the things in here, like I predicted the final turnout of the reveal of who the leader of this place was, but at the same time I was like enjoying the story so much that I didn't even mind it. In Caraval I kind of did mind it, because I was hoping it was going to like wow me and surprise me like everyone else was, but the thing is I wasn't surprised really at all. So I don't know. But if you did enjoy Caraval but agree with me, like it didn't really wow you, like it didn't amaze you so much, try Phantasma, because I did enjoy this one more than Caraval. Although I feel like the ending was slightly rushed with how big the book is. I thought it could have been a little bit more in more details on finishing up the story, but Other than that, I still enjoyed it a lot. Like, this wasn't a brilliant book. It wasn't like amazing, but it was really enjoyable. I think I also gave this one about a 4.5 stars. And then I also read King of Greed by Anna Wong. It took me a little bit by surprise because when I first read the back and who the story was about and all that, I was like, I don't know, because I was thinking maybe a little bit too realistic with this, like real life type stuff. Like, if you're gonna get divorced to someone, don't give them another chance. Like, you got divorced to them for a reason. Like, I don't know if I can really believe someone's gonna change. But I realized I really need to get out of my head with this stuff. Like, it's just a book. It's not real. I don't need to think too realistically with this. But it's okay, because Anna Wong really pulled it out of the park with this one again, like she always does. I love her stories. I also really liked that our female main character was Brazilian, because I'm also Brazilian. I loved how Dominic learned Portuguese so he could talk to her family. I thought that was so cute. I could cry. They had two different mind plots where he doesn't want to have to live off of ramen with her anymore. Like, he wanted to give her an amazing life where she's comfortable and all that, and she just wants time spent with him. Like, she doesn't necessarily care about how rich or how poor they are. She just wants to be able to spend time with them. And when they finally understood each other, it all came around, and I just thought that was a beautiful, like, turnout. This one was a 5-star. Yeah. This one was a 4.5 or 4.75, I think. I still really enjoyed it, but it wasn't quite a 5-star, but it still blew me out of the park. I think it's underrated because I have not seen as many people talk about this versus like the other books in the series. This is about a bull rider named Rhett Eaton, and he ends up getting into some trouble because he makes a joke about milk, and he is sponsored by a milk company. So people are thinking that he's unappreciative for his sponsors. Then a paparazzi guy comes up to him, asking him a bunch of questions. He's not really having a good day to begin with, so he ends up punching him in the face, causing a little bit more trouble. Well, his agent has his daughter, who works for him, go be his babysitter, pretty much, to follow him around places, make sure he's not causing no more trouble, that he's getting his fans to forgive him and his sponsors to forgive him as well. I've been having a really good like reading month so far. Like, so far this year has been really good for my reads because it's all been in like the 4 to 5 stars. I have not really hit like a 3-star book yet, and I don't know if it's just because I haven't read so many books in so long, because I've been in like a slump, that everything I read now is like 4 stars, or how I feel about books is just higher now, since it's been so long since I read, that my critiquing isn't very picky. But I usually, when I rate a book, I just go with my heart. Like, when my heart tells me like, hey, this book feels like a 4-star, the book is a 4-star because it feels like it. Like, my heart's telling me to give it a 4-star. I don't do much critical thinking about it. Before we do this last physical book, I'm going to tell you about the audiobook I read for this month. This wasn't on my TBR, but I like to have at least one audiobook a month, and usually that book will be non-fiction. And this month I did Making Mary Poppins. I loved Mary Poppins. Like, that was one of my favorite movies growing up, and I also loved the movie Saving Mr. Banks. And a lot of the like stories from this book was also like talked about in Saving Mr. Banks. So in my head I was like imagining the Saving Mr. Banks movie while listening to the audiobook and hearing all like the different stories on how this movie came together, and how the Sherman brothers were also involved in the music throughout the park and throughout other movies. And like, one of them, I remember they helped create like this music, and I think even like the storyline for the Enchanted Tiki Room at Disneyland. And I honestly love that room. Like, it's a great spot to sit and just eat a Dole Whip when you just need time to like sit down. I recommend you listen to it, especially if you are a Mary Poppins fan like me. And then lastly, the last physical book for this month I read was The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I really wanted to read the book before I seen the movie. I got this copy at the airport, which is why I have it. Because honestly, like, I haven't been back and forth on whether I wanted to read this series. And usually I don't like the movie cover copies. I like just the original, you know, cover copies. But when I was at the airport, they were selling the book with a free, like, face product, like a sample size of a face product, and I just said, you know what, girl math, it's a book with a free item. I'm gonna give it a 4.75 or a 4.5, somewhere around there. I was pretty shocked by the whole thing. It was really good, but this one is definitely worth the hype that it gets. That is all the books I read in the month of January. If you read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them down in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified next time I post a video, because we do know I post on Fridays, but I do miss some Fridays here and there because life gets in the way.